Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys, who are playing in Europe against Bayer Leverkusen 04. They're from Germanod. Very, very exciting. It's raining in Germany. It's just everything we could have dreamt of for a European night. Because thanks to your advice, thanks to everybody who gave advice on one of our last videos where I talked about, needing your thoughts, I want to give you an update on the team and also introduce you to some of our new players. I think that's one of them right there, actually. So it's been an exciting transfer window. A lot of you felt like we needed to be conservative and try to cement our place in the Premier League before we go for the top four. The top four teams go to the Champions League. And I kind of agreed with you, but then I also kind of disagreed with you because I love glory. And the game is about glory, right? Like, we don't play just for financial benefit or whatever. By the way, we're starting John Green. There you see McLean and Correa, two of our new players. Let's see the way that they line up. There's Correa in the middle, and McLean, John McLean. Remember, he was in Die Hard. He was the star of Die Hard. I need to learn. Oh, you know what his catchphrase was, Meredith? You're only 22 years old, so you may not even remember the Die Hard franchise. Are you familiar with Bruce Willis? You like him? I was going to say, if you like Bruce Willis, you've never met him in real life, that's for sure. Oh, come on! Oh, I wanted glory. Sorry. But really, Bruce Willis is, and I hope he's not watching, but difficult guy to like in real life. So, what are you doing there? Oh, we're taking a free kick quickly? I don't dislike that. And then what are you doing now, Ball John Green? You just running in the corner? That's like your new thing, Mr. Corner Runner? Oh, Ball John Green, nice ball! And there was a foul. So, Correa is a fascinating player because he does not speak. He is selectively mute. You may remember that we had a selectively mute player. Before named Merrick. Well, Correa is also selectively mute. He actually comes from the same community as Merrick. I didn't realize this, but it's I don't know if it's exactly a religious thing, but they're both extremely Catholic, and they both took vows of silence. So, yeah, I think it's awesome. So anyway. Lots of people didn't want to pick up Correa because of his selective muteness. So even though he's a 77 skill level, I got him relatively inexpensively. And I'm very excited to get to know him. Although, obviously there's the challenge of, whether or not oh, it's got to be, and it is! It is! It's John Green! Ball John Green, shine his shoes. Shine his shoes, other John Green. He gives it all for the team. Upon his mustache wear keen. Bald John Green. John McLean, of course, is a recently retired police officer who decided to take up professional football in England. He's a fascinating story. Rose from the 9th tier from the Combined Counties League. He was a bartender and footballer. Oh, it has to be! But it isn't. He was a bartender and footballer who became, who just got better and better and better. Spent 2 years on the New York Police Department force. You know what I remember now, Meredith, his catchphrase, oh, sweet, holy Jesus, it's other John Green and it's a beauty. Oh, what? Yes, ride that pony, sir, absolutely. Oh, we're dominating. We are dominating, Meredith. This is the game of our dreams. 2 away goals in this home and away tie, and we're up 2-0, 25 minutes in, and you can see that the new midfield is already gelling. I felt what we needed after reading your comments was a better midfield, so I got a selectively mute guy and a retired police officer. I think we can already see the results. This is fantastic. Obviously, eventually, next season, we're going to need to shore up our defense. And also John Green, you know, may be retiring in the near future, so at some point we'll need another striker. But I think for right now, we're in great shape. This is good stuff. There's Frankenstein on the ball. He's still part of our team. Did you know, by the way, that Meredith, that Frankenstein, you know, I'm always like, he's a doctor, not a monster. You know, that's like his like kind of catchphrase. He is actually a doctor. Did you know that? Not a medical doctor. He has an honorary doctorate. You know who else has an honorary doctorate? I don't know if you know. Me, John Green. I am a doctor of letters, according to Butler University. So, yeah, I'm a doctor as well. But yeah, Frankenstein, the only. This is a fascinating story. He's the only professional footballer, at least that I know of, who is an actual doctor honorary, but still, you know, still a doctor. And he got it because he wrote a novel that was well received, and he got a doctorate not of like sports or fitness or science or anything, but he like gave at the University of Exeter in England there. He gave the commencement address, and he got an honorary doctorate. Isn't that cool? Anyway, his novel I have not read yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Apparently, it's some kind of like weird science fiction stuff. Oh, oh my God! Is it my birthday? Oh. Oh, look at that. Let's watch that goal again. This might be heaven on earth. I mean, ball John Green, he's just big and strong, and he gets in the way of the ball. And then he doesn't even celebrate because he's almost embarrassed to be up 3-0 away from home in the first half of a game. I love the new Wimbly Womblys. We've been invigorated. Oh, it's brilliant to see. So, yeah, so these are... You guys wanted to know a little bit more about the players, so we've got a novelist in Frankenstein, although he's only written one book. I never know if you can really properly call yourself a novelist after one book, and I haven't read it yet, so I can't attest to whether it's any good. But it was good enough to get him to the University of Exeter for a honorary degree. By the way, that is where he got his undergraduate degree. He's one of the very few players, along with Dicko, one of the very few players in professional football to have a university education. One of the things I find fascinating about the way that we worship athletes is that, you know, like, by and large, they aren't particularly well educated except in the field of football. So it's asking a lot of them to, like, you know, also be, like non-athletic examples. Like, obviously they're brilliant examples of what the human body can do, but it's asking a lot of them to also be role models in other fields. Regardless, we've tried to build a slightly better educated than average team, but neither John Green nor John Green is a college graduate. But I'm very proud of very proud that we have two on the team, Frankenstein and Dicko. Come on, boys, let's try to. Don't you think it'd be fun to win by 5? If we won by like more than 3, we could basically take the next game off. You know what I mean? Like, because I think it's like a home and away thing, where, you know, there's 2 legs of the Europa League round of 32 or whatever, and it's the combined score of the 2 games. So I feel like if we won by much more than we're winning by, then that was a good ball-to-ball John Green, but not quite good enough. Oh, but look at ball John Green, the way he tracks back, the way he plays, courage, spirit. So anyway, it was interesting. Like Correa prays every game silently. Oh, John Green, John Green, John Green, John Green. Oh, look at that. He's so handsome, and he gets hugged by his beloved husband. Oh, they have children together. This is just a beautiful game, Meredith. Everything is coming up green. Oh, I love to be alive right now. This is the feeling that I seek. Oh, and at this point, you've got to say that Bayer Leverkusen 04 from Germania may just have given up. You feel it in their bones that there's a certain spirit lacking at this point, where they just feel like we are not ready for the Wimbly Womblys. We were not ready for this team. So, speaking of which, that's what I need to talk to you about. I may have borrowed $10 million to pay for John McClain and Correa from our board of directors in exchange for promising that we would either finish top 4 or win the Europa League. So, I mean, I know some of you will disapprove of that, and I understand. Like, obviously, you know, look, AFC Wimbledon, the real football club, is built all around stability and fan ownership, and we're owned by our fans. So when I asked the people for $10 million, it wasn't like I was asking some rich guy. I was asking, the owners of the club, the people who are invested in the club and watch it every week. But I did make a pretty bold promise to finish either in the top 4 or win the Europa League. But I feel like we can accomplish that together, guys. Like, I feel like we're just coming into our own this season. We're currently in 7th. I feel like, you've seen here what Correa and McLean can add. Like, just having a midfield that can really pass. Nothing against the Golden Child, but, like, he's not a finisher. Oh, no! Everything worked out better than expected. A, he's not a finisher. B, the second concern, of course, about... Look at Seb Brown. Look at him, Meredith. That may be Amonkwa, but no, he's not wearing pants. Meredith, did I ever tell you about the time Seb Brown saved 2 penalties against Luton Town to send us into the Football League? We wouldn't even be playing FIFA right now with AFC Wimbledon if it weren't for the heroics of Seb Brown. He's a 19-year-old working part-time at a rental car place. And it was the second penalty save that was the real miracle. Because, he dove early, and the guy tried to, like, fake him out with a nice penalty right down the middle. And Seb Brown just reached one hand up, like the hand of God. I don't like to speak, I don't like to be hyperbolic, but it did feel that way. It felt like God's hand itself was reaching up and saying, not today, Luton Town, not today. AFC Wimbledon are going to FIFA. And we've been there ever since. It might be time to make some substitutions here in the 79th minute. Strong performance from the John Greens. Hard to take them out, but they are tired, not as young as they used to be. So let's go ahead and bring in Dini and Dicko. Hot slice of Dicko and a hot slice of Dini. Let's also bring in our new striker slash left midfielder alternative. M.D. Filippo. I don't have a name for him yet. Meredith, you got any ideas? Meredith doesn't have any ideas yet, so get some ideas in the comments. M.D. Filippo. Meredith Di Filippo. It's not a bad idea, Meredith. Look at this, making 3 substitutions all at once, just like the pros do. Di Filippo's pretty handsome, too, if you look at that. He's got a nice jawline. You know what I think is underrated? Jawlines. We never talk about them. This is where you come for penetrating analysis. I just don't understand why more people don't talk about a good, solid jawline. And you do hear about men sometimes, but what about the lady jawline? We never hear about that. Like, what about the? There's something for me about the curve of that jaw it's pure gold. What were we talking about? Oh, right. So I borrowed $10 million to pay for new players. And I think it's going to be worth it. But if it's not, obviously I'm sorry. Hopefully I won't get fired like I did at Swindon Town. Oh, but look at that. Already we're seeing Correa's courageous running. That kid, you can tell he's a Wimbly Wombly. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, 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 yes. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Pass to Correa again. Oh, my gosh. Is it Christmas? Oh, Correa finally gave up the ball, but not after taking like 10 minutes off the clock here at the end. Back to Correa, please. Oh, the kid can dance, and he can shoot. Holy snood! In his debut for the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys, a 90th minute goal for Correa, and he honors bald John Green. I don't even have a song for him yet. He scores when he wants. He scores when he wants. No name Correa, he scores when he wants. I guess maybe we should do some silence when he scores, since he is selectively mute. Electively mute. And selectively mute, I guess. Oh no. Oh no! Everything worked out better than expected. Is it going to be a fight? I mean, those moves by Correa, Meredith, that was some of the best skill I've seen from Wimbly Womblys in the whole history of this team. Short of Dini's game-winning outside-the-box bicycle kick, that might have been my favorite Wimbly Wombly goal. Oh, this is encouraging. Our first game with our new team, 5-0 over Bayer 04 Leverkusen, whatever they're called, from Germania. Congratulations to the Wimbly Womblys. Our B team gets to play the next game. Huzzah, huzzah. Best wishes.